你们的座位，谢谢。
然后跟赶出来。
Hi everyone, welcome to the Society of Wilderness Environmental Action Forum 2026 Northern Preliminary Round. I'm today's host, Evie.
And I'm Jeremy.
Hey Jeremy, when did you join the Society of Wilderness?
I joined when I was 5 years old.
Oh, I joined earlier than you.
Oh, the judges will give you 1 point. Ding dong. Oh, by the way, have you participated in the Environment Action Forum?
Yes, it was fun but also challenging.
Yeah, the Environmental Action Forum has been held for 12 years.
Wow, I'm so glad to see so many people join this event and caring about the environmental issues in Thailand.
Of course. And now, let's welcome our judges for today's event. They not only give us suggestions, but also encourage us.
Well, they must be good at discovering new ideas and also thinking critically.
Do you know who today's judges are?
Of course, let's welcome our judges, Dr. Lin Simin. He did a case on environmental conservation. And our second judge is teacher Lin Chunru. She puts all of her might on environmental education. And our last judge is our senior board member of the Society of Wilderness, teacher Lin Lixing. He also established a study group of Fuyang Park.
I'm really looking forward to today's competition.
I couldn't agree with you more. And now let's talk about some rules for today's event.
Okay, so here's today's schedule. Our English session will end in 3:20.
And here are some important points for this presentation. Each team will have 15 minutes to present, followed by 10 minutes for judges' feedback. When there are still 2 minutes left, a short bell will ring as a reminder. And the time is up, a continuous bell will ring, and the presentation must stop. So please manage your time well and efficiently.
And first, please turn off your phone when others are speaking. 2. Please, no drinking and eating except water. 3rd, please pay attention to the presentation on stage, or you may miss important information. 3rd, please don't change the seat and walk in during the presentation unless necessary. And last but not the least, no recording and photos. Recording photos are not allowed, except official staff. Xin, rồi, xin chia掉. 这个是 Muscupteers。Coffee and tea shops are very popular in Taiwan. Do you often buy drinks?
Yes, I usually grab a coffee from 7-Eleven before school.
I prefer going after school, and I always remember to take my reusable cups to take a 5 discount. Do you?
Really, I prefer convenience.
It's not just about the discount, okay? BYO can save a lot of energy.
What does BYO mean?
It means bring your own cup. It's actually quite common in Australia.
Wow, it is so impressive. So, go Australia.
I know, right? And now, let's hear what these teens had to say. Let's welcome them to share their ideas.
Let's welcome Muscupteers. Ah, 谢谢。$400 million. This is how many tons of plastic we produce each year. Taiwan alone uses 4.5 billion disposable beverage cups each year. Stacked on top of one another, there are as far as 132,000 Taipei 101s. One of the main contributors to this atrocity is Louisa Coffey, and that's where our story starts. I'm Claire. I'm Rehan.
I'm Roti.
I'm Shahan. I'm Chun.
I'm Cindy.
And we are
The
Muscupteers. So, Louisa Coffee. Taiwan started in Chinese owned and arguably one of the most popular coffee shops on the island, with over 510 stores. It's also popular in other Asian countries like Thailand and Singapore. It's her source of national pride. But can you really be proud of this? And this? Or this? We went to a lot of Louisa coffee shops in Taipei, and every store we walked into, we saw disposable beverage cups lying around. Which raises the question, why are people still using disposable cups if they're clearly buying in? We asked the workers this question, and they all gave us the same answer. Their store policy dictates that they can only give reusable cups if the dine-in drink is fixed. Worse, some Louisa coffee stores don't provide reusable cups at all. This means that if you get food, get a cold drink, or basically anything else, Louisa coffee workers will still give you disposable utensils. That doesn't make sense at all.
Previously, when we started this project, we started with a really broad audience. We had a really broad audience and we did a lot of street advocacy using our self-made posters, as you can see on the screen. So we went around the streets and found anyone we could find, and we asked them to please bring reusable utensils. Please use your own reusable utensils, and please ask for reusable utensils when you're dining in stores. We also did a lot of outward sourcing by using the resources we have and connections we had outside of the Society of Wilderness. We partnered with the Fridays for Future Taiwan, which is a Taiwanese branch of Greta Thunberg's youth-led movement. We joined them in their climate education sessions at schools and at events. So we shared our movement with local school students as well as international university students. We furthermore also collaborated with them on a Dan Park event and leveraged our talent as well as our connections to news media to promote our movement.
And most importantly, we received very valuable feedback from judges that year. The main criticism were that our goals were not specific and measurable enough, and that the movement needed to be sustainable and impactful in the end. So this year,
So this year, we're building on that to make sure that even if the members standing here right now leave, our movement can still continue. Let's take a look. Let's put year's goal compared what we did this year. Let's strived think leisure and partnership to sustaining awareness. This year, we continue the goal, creating personal, sustaining our partners with further for future and thriving. Will organization learning and let's live. We also fulfilled our goal of expansion by having our friends from Hsinchu join us. Let's get on to its goal. We had to change Louisa places. We started off this year to contacting Louisa. At campus. For email, Facebook, trust, etc. Etc. Mercy. So this year we're going to do something. This year we expand our project to Hsinchu, and monthly we have the online meeting and also set some online monthly goals for all of us to work toward. We want to know more about Louisa's, their customers, and their shopkeepers. And we want to approach the issue. So we create 2 online questionnaires, one for the customer and one for the shopkeeper. There are 2 important questions in the questionnaire. The first one is, do you know that Louisa provides reusable cups for dine-in customers? As a result, we found out that more than 60% of them didn't know about it. That also refined the course that we did last year. The other question is, now that you know Louisa provides reusable cups for dining customers, will you use it or not? So according to this chart, you can see that more than half of the customers will say yes and try to use it. And a quarter of them will still bring and use their own sustainable cups. Only 10% of them still say no. So according to this, we found out 2 important messages. The first one is, it is important for Louisas to provide reusable cups.
First, as you can see, many of them will use it. And the other is, it is essential for the clerk to ask their customers whether they would like to use the reusable cups or not. Because there are almost 30% of their customers will use it only if the clerk asks them. After learning from the questionnaire, we start to contact the headquarters of Louisa and try to share our findings and our suggesting to them that they can do for the better. But we didn't get any replies. After 2 weeks without any replies, we started to contact to the shops that's around our life circle. Even many of them didn't reply us. We still find some friendly shopkeepers who are willing to work with us. Specifically this year, we are collaborating with the Wanfang Hospital and Xinyi Wuxi branches of Louisa. On April 22nd, we will be hosting an evening event along with them. So customers who enter these 2 shops and who either use reusable utensils while dining in, or if they complete the questionnaire, as mentioned before, they will get a handmade keychain made of mango seeds by us. Not only that, we also tweaked our approach to this problem. So, since we're collaborating with some eco-friendly Louisa shops, we're also advertising eco-friendly Louisa stores on our website. We hope that by doing this, we can incentivize the other Louisa shops to become more eco-friendly and gain traction from this. Not only are we digging deeper into the issue this year, we're also continuing what we did last year. So this year, we collaborated with a podcast called We Can We Share sharing platform to share our ideas and our movement. So not only were we able to share our movement, we were also able to gain new insight and ideas from third parties.
We were also invited to speak on sustainability on the National Education Radio Show. So, with the incredible accomplishments that we have achieved this year, we can only dream of what the Cut the Cuptastrophe movement can achieve in the future.
This being said, we sum our future plans off into the 3 main points. The first is that if the Earth Day campaign is successful, this project can continue. Since the event will be held on April 22nd, we will evaluate whether to continue the promotion based on the number of surveys collected on that day. The second is to find more franchise stores to cooperate in promotion banning marks, since they are more flexible policies. If we
can find more franchise stores to collaborate with and we successfully change some of their policies, then we're going to move on to corporate stores, which have policies that are more rigid, and we're going to try and change their policies. So if we gain this traction, we'll hopefully eventually be able to reach Louisa headquarters, which is what we want to do in the long term.
So ultimately, in the very end, our ultimate long-term goal is to change Louisa into an eco-friendly store that we can be proud of as it stems from Thailand.
In total this year, we spent 460 NT on the materials we're going to use to make the keychains. The keychains are made of natural sea pods, so they're also eco-friendly. Remember to sip sustainably. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it make me not so nervous as well. Yeah. People, yeah. It's like, this is doing quite well, I think. Yeah. They're very organized and a very clear goal and step by steps. Yeah. But one question I have is why you only focus on Luisa?
That's because before we started this project, we actually did a lot of field research. So we went to a lot of shops like Starbucks or Mass Burger or any shop that you can think of, and we discovered that Louisa is the shop that has the least amount of reusable utensils, which is because some of those stores don't have reusable utensils at all. So, like, if you go to Starbucks, usually people are using plastic cups or mugs, and in Louisa, that is not the case.
Okay. So, maybe we can listen, like, question later. Yeah. So, all of us, ask the questions. Yeah. So, I think, to be honest, it's quite difficult to change the behavior of human beings or even difficult, to change the behavior of a corporate. So I think, maybe we can think in some other ways. Yeah, like maybe we make the competition that Louisa feel they are far behind their competitors. Yeah, and maybe give them some incentives or give them some green ideas. Yeah, let them know they can do it better. Yeah, I think that overall, I think I still quite impressive on all of your presentation. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. This is one of the way to raise the public awareness through your questionnaires. But we need to know that our key goal is to change Louisa's policy, right? So I think one of the things that we need to point we need to ask is who is our key intermediaries? Because you have use the line or the email, you use the some softwares to contact with Louisa, but they didn't really respond to you at all, and so you really difficult at that time. But if you by the different ways, maybe you talk to the government, they can get the government can get involved to help you to go through the way to knock their doors. You can, through the SOW's help, you have the invitation to invite Louisa's the Department of Social Relationships to talk about some of the funding people work with you. Not just because you have this policy, so you have to stop you. You have to think about what's the SOW works. Do we use the tempo way or the side way? Because one of your project mentioned lets you occupy. We wish to learn more of Louisa's policies to better know them. It's important to have a gentle way, through some nice way to them to build a relationship first. So, if you are interested to know more about, you mentioned last year you meet with Minister Feng Xining, right? But what advice he suggested at that time? Did you take his advice put into this year project? Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you are doing very well job and you make a clear presentation. But I have a couple of questions which I'm not very sure about whether you have mentioned about that. Have you ever asked for what reason that Louisa use disposable cups? Because of the price of labors? Because if they are going to use the reusable cups, they need one more people to wash the cups. Maybe that is the major reason for the shops to not to use the reusable cups. And another question which is very important for you to make suggestion to the store is that what options do you provide for them? For example, if they use some degradable cups, for example, biodegradable, it means that the cup degrade after they put it into the soil, maybe several months later or several years later, the cup will be degradable. That would be much better than the material which they use currently. And also maybe you have to notice the material difference between the cup and the cover. Usually the cover make a serious problem because the cover is usually made by plastic material. And the final question is similar to Dr. Chunru. Yes, she asks about how do you make the connection with their staff or the store. As I noticed that you just use the social media and contact with the store, but usually those people who sitting on the other side of the computer is always a low. I mean, he might not be able to make the decision. And if you do not make good connections, if you do not introduce yourself, he just feel, oh, this is the best customer. Some people will ask me this question, and maybe his colleague will ask, oh, ignore these guys. They are weird guys. So maybe you have to introduce yourself, saying that you are high school students. You want to make the policy better, and maybe in the future, maybe you need to connect with the high level people. Big people will help you to solve these problems. And my last question is about one of your slide. I remember that you have some choices for the customers. Is that right? And you have a pie chart, and you have some questions, but the colors seem to be different. It confused me a little. Is that right? I'm a color blinded people. I see that the color is quite different. So in the future, maybe you can modify this pie chart, the color. Okay, and finally, I want to say that all of you are doing very well. Maybe some of you cannot remember what to say, but we don't speak English every day. We just speak English in the English course. And so that is very normal. It's very difficult for me to speak English now here. I'm so for example, I even don't know what word I have to say at the current moment. I feel so horrible to speak English here. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Can we answer some of your questions? Okay. To address the general question that two judges had about how we approached Louisa, the reason why we approached them from kind of like where we can as students is because we want to make this project our own, and we want to have our own perspectives on this issue. So to approach the headquarters, ultimately, we started with the franchise stores, which have softer policies that we can kind of change and collaborate with. So we currently are in contact with the Louisa kind of shopkeepers of two different stores, and we have stable contact with them. The first one is a franchise store, which with policies that are easily changeable. And the second one is with a corporate store that has more rigid policies. So we would like to collaborate with more franchise stores through our life circle and our connections as students to be able to change the policies that are more easily changeable.
And we actually did talk to the managers of those stores in person, because we tried to find stores that we already go to regularly, so that they might be more willing to work with us. And as for your question of why they don't use reusable cups,
It actually costs more to buy disposable cups than to just use reusable cups. But the stores actually there are some customers who are still afraid of sanitary issues, or like they're just too lazy to wash the cups. So we're trying to convince them that this is the right course of action. And ultimately, this is a multifaceted problem. So we're not only collaborating with Louisa, like the stores, we're also trying to influence the behaviors in customers too.
This next year I was here and I listened to your presentation and I do look forward your presentation of this year. So I think you probably need to offer more details.
Sorry. Excuse me, the feedback time is up.
Talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. Hey, guess what? I just bought a water bottle.
Wow, it looks beautiful.
And it's pink.
Seems like you learned a lot from the presentation.
Yep, totally. Most people don't bring reusable cups when buying drinks.
Let's try to bring our own cup next time.
So, about our day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers. And now we have 5 minutes break. Please come back to in 5 minutes.
Hello, the break time is up, so please be quiet and back to your seat. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Evie, are you a dog person or a cat person? I think you're a cat person, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I love them so much. I won't buy food for stray cats when I see them, even if I'm in a big hurry.
Oh, but did you know most of the stray animals they have short lives without a proper home or food? This often happens is because people abandon their pets or they get lost.
It is so sad, but what can we do for them?
I heard about a group called Paws Guardian that are working on this issue. Let's give them a big hand to welcome them.
Let's welcome Paws Guardian team.
We are Paws Guardian team. Our action forum, hopes and promises, a future for every stray cat and wild animals. Hi everyone, I'm Panda. Our group is Paws Guardian team. Together with my amazing teammates. I'm Momoko. I'm Sakura. When we take action, once in our school, Gwandu Junior High School, there is a trapping cage, which is a cage that will not kill the animals inside. And inside, we found a female cat and some little cute kittens. This is a start where we found the problem of stray cats living on the street. We started to investigate. Near our school is Gwandu Nature Park, an important wetland and habitat for many wildlife. However, a lot of people around Gwandu is feeding stray cats. This was a big problem, so we started to take action. Now, I'm going to introduce the method to reduce stray cats. TMVR and TMVA. T is for trap, N is for neuter, V is for vaccinate. The only difference is the last letter, where R is for return and R is for adopt. Our action is into 4 stages. Stage 1, understanding the problem. Our observation is into 4 main aspects. Wildlife attacks. Since stray cats are attacking birds, the bird has been a nice fire, and we notice the wildlife has become more cautious and shifted their activity times to late afternoon or early morning. Next, we observed the public feeding in Gwandu area. We found that a lot of people around Gwandu is feeding stray cats. Some people even open their car trunks, like this picture, to feed stray cats. This is a big problem. First, feeding can make stray cats gather, and they may breed more. Second, feeding can increase their potential energy to attack wildlife. This may be a loving gesture, but it also hurt the wildlife. Next, we observed the neutering status of stray cats in Gwandu area. We found that most of the cats are not neutered. This is a big problem because without neutering, they can breed more. This may lead to a long-term increase of stray population. Lastly, we observed the stray cat local caretakers in Gwandu area. We found that while some only provide food, others supported TNVR or TNVA. Stage 2, connecting resources.
in 2025 February to April. We have an online discussion every week for new discovery we have noticed. Sometimes in a discussion, we can even find new information that can help us in our actions. We also discuss the problem we are stuck in or new action we are doing. At February 19 to February 24, we connect animal protection group, such as Walking for Animal and Support Animal Support Group. They responded positively and gave us some advice. After that, we have an online discussion with Support Animal Support Group. We learned about their action and core ideas. This communication gave us a more focused direction in our future action. After connecting with Support Animal Support Group, we decided to organize a joint exhibition at Guangdu Junior High School. We used banners, posters, and pictures so that the students see more clearly about our ideas. We also arranged students to visit during guidance class. This exhibition aimed to raise awareness among students about stray cats and their impact on wildlife. We also contacted the director of Guangdu Nature Park. He told us stray cats is already affecting the ecosystem. Birds begin nest higher and let animals become more cautious. Since Guangdu Nature Park is an important wetland, this issue is becoming more serious. We also contacted shelters to understand the current issue. We found that while shelters try to help, they're overwhelmed. But most people prefer young or attractive animals, but leave old or less attractive ones in the shelter for a long time. Stage 3. Taking action and outreach. On April 22nd, we hosted a lecture. We contacted with Support Animal Support Group again, inviting them to come to our school to speak to our students. We coordinated with the school to let 8th grade students join our lecture. We also invite the principal and teachers to come to our lecture. This is our invitation card. The speakers talk about how dogs and cats came to exist, why there are stray cats, and why their numbers are increasing. They also talk about how humans are affecting and how stray cats are attacking the wildlife. Start a club. Because we think the lecture we hosted was very successful, so we decided to start a club at our school. Our club is to let the students at Guangdu Junior High School learn about the stray cats issue, understand what actions we are taking, and start their own action to help stray cats and wildlife in a responsible way. And the principal at our school also think our club is very interesting and wanted to help. Late June class promotion. To make our club more widely known, we had a class promotion. We visited various places to promote our club. The reaction we received from the students was that they never considered the problem of stray cats. After hearing about it, they felt very sad and wanted to help. Summer vacation board game. On our summer vacation, we decided to develop our own board game. Our board game is to simulate the relationship between human, stray cats, and wildlife. This is one of our board game, Balance of Nature. This board game can help the players understand how wildlife is feeling when being attacked or chased by stray cats, and understand how stray cat is feeling when living outside in the wild. Online exchange of Japanese students. On March 9th and March 11th, we had an online exchange of Japanese students. We talked about the stray cat issue and what our action is. The Japanese students gave us some of their thoughts and their suggestion on our action. And this is the PowerPoint we had used. Stage 4. Expansion and long-term impact. In 2025 September until now. Now I introduce our club class core. Week 1, Introduction and Ethics. Week 2, TNVR and Definitions. Week 3, Wildlife and Public Education. Week 4, Internal Advocacy. Week 5, Field Trip, Taipei Animal Shelter Visit. Week 6, Experiential Learning. Week 7, Mission Planning and Rules. Week 8, Community Outreach, the 45 Shop Field Action. Now, I'll introduce part of our lessons. Week 5, Field Trip, Taipei Animal Shelter Visit. During the visit, we asked the student to observe the animals' living conditions, such as cleanliness, water supply, sleeping area, and whether overcrowding was a problem. We also wanted them to think about whether a shelter felt like a real home, or just an overcrowded temporary space. Week 6, Experiential Learning. A creative and impressive classroom activity. Student role-plays their guests in animals that are often threatened by stray dogs. With blindfold and sound effects, they felt the stress and fears what an animal may face. During this activity, students gain a better understanding toward both wildlife and animal welfare. This is part of the video when the student here when in the activity. Page 8, Community Outreach, the 45-shop field action. During our club activity, we visit the 45 shop near Guandu Junior High School. We introduced the issue of stray cats in the community and explain how stray cats can affect the ecosystem. We also shared some possible solutions such as TNVR and TNVA. Some of the shop owners told us they have seen stray cats in the area and are interested to hear more about the issue.
The games we are working on are Thousand Spots and Stray Cat Poker Paddle. The goal is to let everyone feel how much stress that wildlife feel when they have to get chased by stray cats every single day, using ecological awareness and empathy. The radio drama. Beyond games, we also use storytelling to show the difficult truths that even stray cats' playfulness can lead to the loss of local wildlife. We hope to let the community to think more deeply about the environment. Because these stray cats are cute, but we must protect the environment too. An interview with Dr. Wu. In 2026, February 27th, we made an interview with Dr. Wu. He is an expert of pets and a vet in a life care animal hospital. During the interview, he told us some experience while he helps stray cats and gave us some advices on our actions.
Our challenge and actions. During our actions, we faced several challenges, interaction, and teamwork. At the beginning, we didn't have a clear direction. We wanted to try TNVR by capturing stray cats, but soon realized it was very difficult. The main problem is we couldn't catch them. Cats are good at hiding, and with people feeding them, they rarely come near. At the same time, our teammates have some disagreements, and this makes things a bit awkward. But instead of giving up, we started trying seeing things in another way and find an interaction and an action we can do. The treatment and impact. We let the students in the Guandu community know more about the stray cat issue and know more about the stray cat's harm on wildlife and ecosystem. We also let some of the students, 24 students at Guandu Junior High School, start their own action to help stray cats in a responsible way. We let 45 shops at Guandu community support TNVR or TNVA, and also support not feeding stray cats. Our biggest impact and hope is to let more people know that feeding stray cats is an irresponsible way, and we can use other methods such as TNVR or TNVA to help stray cats. And our hope is to let more people know to adopt stray cats, because adopting are better than returning them back into the wild. That is both harmful for the stray cat itself and the wildlife. And we hope to extend our action across Taiwan.
To sum up, our journey shows that small actions can create big changes. From school lessons to 45 local shops, we shared our mission, thoughts and promises, from awareness into real action.
The premise is simple. We won't stop until every stray cat has a home and everyone's life is safe in nature. Thank you for joining us to protect everyone's life and let every stray cat have a home. Feeding isn't kindness, it creates more suffering. Thank you for listening to our project, and thank you for your support. We are Paws, Paws,
All right. It's my understanding your project focus on responsible feeding, right? And you also mentioned your final goal is to solve the problem of stray cats living in the wild and the issue of their increasing population, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. But as my understanding, you mentioned you have 4 steps, like feeding, connecting with resources, taking action, and promote your action plan. So if you are more focused on responsible feeding, am I right? Because you have 2 goals. But the third project you focus on the maybe also mentioned TNPR, right? Part is you are most I think you can do the most with English aid. I think it's very important because it's very for teenagers to solve the issues with the stray cats. It's very incredible goals. So I think it's good that you focus on education part, right? You have the games and also you have the promotion of how to be responsible feeding. So I think it's good. But you also mentioned a part of your class is about ethical debates. I'm curious about what you talk about. I mean, what's your focus on your ethical debates? It's about euthanasia or TMPR. I want to know this part. Please explain to me later about your ethical debates. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for your presentation, and I think you are doing very wonderful jobs because the controversial issue between the cat and dog feeders and other wildlife animal protectors is very serious in recent years. And I just want to ask, have you ever encountered those people who are really feeding the cats and dogs in the wild? Have you ever tried to communicate with them? Because I think this in this kind of case, on very, very minor people cause a very serious problem because there are not so many people feeding the cats and dogs, just a minor of them, and they spread so many dog food and cat food everywhere. And I think they are very, very difficult to be changed. And actually, my suggestion for you in the wild is not to punch on the face with these guys directly. Maybe it's for your own safety, and maybe you are doing right things. You are doing educations, and you are spreading the idea with your classmates. I think that is right. Yes. So just a little question: have you ever met these guys in the wild, and how do you handle with this? Yeah.
Again, you are very good presentation. I think you are doing many things, and the preparation structure and steps are quite clear and impressive. Yeah, I think one of the both the other judges also make the difficult thing. I think is the ethic issue. Yeah, and that I think maybe you can elaborate more on this point. Yeah, of course, this is very difficult because you're still teenagers. We all understand. Yeah, and wake up the awareness for the school classmates and the neighborhood store owners. I think that's already quite impressive already. Yeah, but yeah, the next, yeah, I think the next step would be, yeah, what can we do more, and what kind of budget and resources we need to have to achieve your goal. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
I want to answer about the ethical part, and I think that we do TNVR and TNVA both. We also do like not feeding stray cats. We do this like a promotion to those people who are feeding and to the community to let them know. But like we take action ourselves too, but our more part is at the promotion part. And I think to solve these issues, we can not only like do on one part. Like we need like all sorts to be together, like all sorts to be promoted, and it might be more successful. Like we also wanted to do adopt. Like adopt is one of our goals, like our future goals. Like we are doing a little now, but we will do it more on our future. And now we are focused on not feeding stray cats. Yes. And I'll answer about the debate. Our debate is on euthanasia. And on the debate, we'll let the people, because some people think euthanasia is good for a stray animal, because then they can not live in the shelter for a long time, because many of the stray cats or dogs will be in the shelter for a long time, and there will be no one to adopt them. But and sometimes they just got bite from other big dogs or got sick and died. So some people think euthanasia is good for a stray animal, but others think it was not good at all. So I think the big debate have give the student a lot of thought about stray animal in the shelter and about stray animal and the wildlife. And I want to answer about the local caretakers part. We had contacted with the local caretakers, and like the local caretakers, they were very careful, because I think a lot of people had told them before not to feed stray cats. So I think our part is to hear what their thought is, and we can understand them because they love these cats and wanted them to like not to be hungry, so they will feed them. And I think the only part they can do is feeding. And I said some support TNVR because they want no more stray cats to be on the street. And I think a lot of local caretakers think the same. Like they all think the same, but some of them only had their powers to feed. They don't have the power or the money to do TNVR or TNVA, so they will only do feeding. So I think our part is to like hear their thoughts and maybe talk to them more often, and they might change their thoughts. And we want to do like our part of the local caretakers is adoption, because they can do TNVR, TNVA, so they will trap the cats, and we can take these cats or contact other people to take these cats to their new home. So I think these are the part of the caretakers.
Also, you being a student, do you support euthanasia? Yeah. Just being a student.
I support euthanasia because even though these cats or dogs are like alive, but they can't just because that they can't keep on staying in a shelter or no one adopt them. They have to feel like a lot of pain to stay in a shelter. But then if there are more stray cats or dogs just come in, and then these lives just like no space to live and without a place to be cozy, then this is just like the same of harming them. So euthanasia, it doesn't mean that euthanasia it should be like prohibited. It should be like to do in a correct way and try their best to let them feel more like like less pain and not don't let them suffer during the time that they're in the shelters. The shelter is just a part to let them live during the time that they didn't have a home.
I support euthanasia too, but I think it should have like a correct way to use it, because euthanasia means like let them die unpainfully, and if they are living in the wild, they might die painfully.
Wow, it was so impressive. I started looking at street cats from an environmental perspective.
Yeah, in the past we only saw they were pitiful, but they can also threaten the local wildlife.
Yep, I'd agree. This issue is connected to the whole ecosystem.
It really teaches us not to abandon our pets and to take the responsibility.
Don't let less lovely creatures suffer because of human.
And we should protect both stray animals and other wildlife.
Now I know this isn't just the animal issues, it's also human responsibility. Now we have 5 minutes break. Please come back to in 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Now we are going to invite our judges, teacher Lin Lixin, to help us to speak to order the youth team order. 2组而已。
好，那等一下第一组会审。那第二组就是 East Flow 东方流动。
Taiwan is an island surrounded by the ocean, which makes our coastal environment extremely important. So, have you ever participated in a beach cleanup?
Yes, I joined once with the Society of Wilderness in Yunlin.
Wow, could you share your experience?
Okay, of course. There was an overwhelming amount of garbage. Some of it was buried deep in the sand, which made it very difficult to remove. Even though we have an hour to clean, there was still a lot left.
Wow, it is concerning. I think all of us need to do our part to protect the environment.
And now, let's welcome them to share their ideas.
Let's welcome Dump It Down 2.0 Ocean Protectors.
Hello everyone, we are Content 2.0. From awareness to action.
The 21-day plastic reduction habit challenge.
First, we will talk about what we did in Dump It Don't 1.0. Our project started with children because we think education is just like planting seeds. Our teaching materials made by ocean waste. For example, we use the ocean waste to make a turtle model. And we use the fishing net to make a fishing rod. Also, we prepare some shoes to let students experience beach cleanup. Next, we make the PPT about ocean animals and ocean waste. At last, we make the short funny videos and a song. We went to 6 kindergartens in total and influenced 393 children and their families. Our project is not just in classroom. We also went to many different parks. Also, we went to university and also went on stage. We went to LD community to transform waste into art. We let people see another face of trash. This is the end of Dump It Don't 1.0. But Dump It Don't 2.0 is going to start. What happened is on this t-shirt. There have 2 C's on it. We're not meant to do it, but the truth is, the t-shirt got damaged. Just like people throw trash into the ocean, they are not on purpose, but the truth is, ocean got polluted.
First, we did some observation. We went to fish market and talked to people. We asked them about ocean waste and environmental protection. Many people said that they understand the problem, but most of them sometimes forgot to bring the real spot items. What do you see in this picture? And what do you see in this picture? So we found the problem. People understand, but they forgot. Awareness alone is not enough. So how can we change it? We create a new plan from awareness to action. There are first step 1 is a flag. We use motion drum to catch people's attention. Step 2 is join in. We invite people to join our 21-day challenge. Step 3 is check. We use line to check in every day. Step 4 is solidify. When people finish 21-day challenge, they will likely to have a good habit. And we go to the beach cleanup workshop to invite our advocacy skills. And we also made our own ocean waste drum. It is made with float ball. And we practice the music and performed together. Our campaign is very easy. There are 3 simple steps. First, we invite people to join us. Second, they scan the QR code to join our line group. Third, they fill out the Google form so we can get to know them better. After you join, it's time to take action. We want everyone to try eco-friendly habits in their daily life. For example, use their own cup, drink their own Tupperware, and use their own shopping bag. People are divided into 3 groups based on their different goals. In each group, what is something they do every day? We remind them and try to support each other. To make it more fun and engage more people, we also prepare rewards for people. We spend a lot of time and effort making line stickers. If people complete 7 days, they will get line stickers. If people complete 14 days, they will get animated stickers. If people complete 21 days, they will get a reflective print. We encourage more people to join our 21-day habit challenge with exciting rewards, and we start our daily action to remind people to check in every day. Real world impacts. We already went to beach cleanup leadership, beach cleanup festival, student and youth festival. Beyond the circle, circular economy expand. Vision for advocacy, river waste collection, and community collaboration. Beach cleanup leadership. We went to an activity center in Lincoln. We told younger boys and girls what marine debris is and how it can affect the earth. We also used them to tell them what marine debris is in an engaging way. River waste collection. We also went to Eland, where we used kayaks to collect floating trash from river. This experience taught us that pollution is not only found in the ocean, but also in the river, where people live behind the waste. Breaking boundaries. We went to Songsan Cultural and Creative Park, where we paraded and used our instrument, the ocean waste drum, to attract people. We also advocacy, and it is known whether children done this before. Empowering the next generation leaders. We participated in the second Children's and Youth Forum, where we shared our ideas and used our instruments, the ocean waste drum. This is also a good chance that our voice be heard by adults. Deep local engagement. Our goal is to build a sustainable co-creation network. This is the picture that we share our ideas to the owners of Airbnb. They also join our Line community after our sharing. We also visited Daxi Fishing Port and Captain Ayang to share our ideas, using ocean waste drums to attract tourists. By doing this, we can let more people know about our actions and help them understand why our actions are important and how we did it. Impact beyond borders. In this part, we focus on international exchange. We have an opportunity to share with students from Vienna. We share our ideas and experience too, and we did some activities like beach cleanup and group discussions together. We learned more about environmental issues and build connections across country. We also create a 21-day plastic reduction habit challenge. Many college students, because of us, joined this program to reduce plastic use in their daily life. This is the picture that we shared our ideas to the students in National Taiwan University. Progress, offline, online, offline campaign. Now we were on offline, which is first stage, and preparing on second stage. We focus on grant activations, which is invite people to join our line community. Then we will go on data tracking and evaluations to check their behavior. Then we will go to Penghu, an inhabited island, to go beach cleanup in future.
This project runs for 12 months in 3 phases. First, we focus on practice and asset awareness. Second, we develop digital tracking and engagement. Third, we launch activities to encourage participation. By June 2026, we aim to recruit 50 to 60 participants and evaluate long-term habits. We organized 10 events and raised about 450 participants. Around 50 to 60 people joined online, with over 200 engagements. We also reduced 1,000 to 1,300 single-use plastic items, and more than 50% of participants maintained long-term habits. We built digital skill in this project, and we used the ocean waste drums to attract people successfully because music has no language barrier. With young kids, we influence our peers and even the adults, and making the ocean waste drums leave us a message. This is not garbage. It can be a new life. Our total budget was $9,700, and the project was fully self-funded. From awareness to action.
From actions to habits.
We don't just clean the ocean.
We build habits that protect it. We are from Beijing to Beijing. Thank you for listening.
Hello, hello. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, I was just wondering, in the second or third slide, you showed a plastic sea turtle. What is the purpose of that sea turtle? Are you going to put that into the fish net or something like that? I was just curious about the what are you doing in that slide because I did not hear you really. Yeah.
Okay, very great teamwork. Yeah, and a very clear presentation. Yeah, I think it's quite impressive to me as well. Yeah. I just want to know how does the line work to build up the habit in the in practice. I think maybe you can elaborate more on this part. Yeah.
Oh, I do like your creative activities, like your drum. Yeah, I like them very much. So I have a few questions. Since your presentation shows you have gone to many cities to do the beach cleanup. So do you have regular schedule to clean up the beach? I'm wondering, or because this project, so you focus from last year to this year, so crazy to do the beach cleanup. So do you have regular schedule to do this? Okay, this is the first question. And the second question is, do you design this 20-day habit change program in your own, or you just follow from the share informations? I say, do you keep this tracking? I mean, because you mentioned that you wanted to check the numbers, population, but change their habit. So if you always keep tracking this program, this is my second question. So the third question is, earlier you mentioned you have local engagement, but as I heard, as I watched the engagement, like you had interview with the 团长 Yang, and also with the Airbnb owner. Both deep level engagement. I don't know. I mean, we have collaborate with communities or some other different NGO groups. This is my question. So, in my communication, it's very crucial, very important. We have done this very meaningful we spent our time, our energy, and all of us, even our parents, to clean up the beach, even the Pengfu. So we spent a lot of energy, but only in the Taiwan Island, there are also some other different organizations. They are doing the same thing just like us. Do you have this collaborate with them? Is my final question. And the last one. The idea is you use you put up the floating, right? Boys. These boys you cut, right? And you will design. So they do your pump, and you also decide for what to be the art. So I also want to offer the different idea because I mentioned earlier I work at the zoo. So we also use a lot voice for the animals being to enrich their captive life. So because they are captive, they live at the zoo. So they need to have more diverse behavior to make their life is more enrichment. So the voice is very useful because it's very durable. So you can also work with the zoos or different organization. That's why I made my first question. Do you have the regular schedule to clean up the beach? Because once you pick up those wastes, you may need to think about where can it go. So I hope I don't ask too many questions. Thank you.
So I will answer the first question about the sea turtle. We went to kindergarten in 1.0, so we have some teaching materials. Also, we make the sea turtle using the waste. We made a drama to go to the kindergarten, so this is the materials that in our dramas.
And I will answer the second question. What is the line community work? We will give them some
Maybe like, yes, you is doing a good thing and you doing is right. Coming and it's near to 21 day. And some people will see our words and keep going to next day and finish 21 day challenge.
And okay, I want to answer the second question is how is like community working? We will conduct will open the Google form and let them know what they want to like they want to bring their bag or their bottle, and then we will let them to go we will let them to go other community like you want to bring bottle and then you go to the bottle and we will let them upload their picture every day and we will
tag them if them forget to do the like Google form, or they forgot to bring their cups, or they just forgot to do anything in our community. We will tag them and tell them to just use 1 minute to do it.
And if they maybe choose the I will bring reusable cup every day, and they just need to focus on these items. We think this is easier.
and we will upload some news or some videos or some things oh.
We didn't clean the beach regularly, but we work with Captain Aya, and he will go out to his mission and he will clean the ocean waste. He will use the net to collect the ocean waste and bring it back to the collect the ocean waste and bring back to his home and reuse them.
We focus on cleanup in 1.0. So we go on beach cleanup once a month when we are on the 1.0. Yes. Sorry, the feedback time is up. Please discard it later.
Hey, Evie, what's up?
Don't you know? There's a group of teenagers from Taipei promoting a 21-day plastic reduction challenge.
Well, it's kind of difficult, right?
Yep, I know. Building a habit isn't easy at all.
That makes sense. I think I'll give it a try. It definitely benefits the environment.
Yes, although one person effort may seem small, we still can try our best to protect the environment and also influence others.
Your good habits create a better environment. Okay. Alright. That's all for English session today. We hope that you enjoyed it and learned something meaningful. I'm your host, Jeremy.
And I'm Evie. Thank you for attending. We hope you had a wonderful weekend. Thank you. 然后接下来是我们的中场休息时间，有10分钟。然后休息完之后，将会轮到我们的少年组的发表。谢谢。